Nauru is a democracy. This means that Nauru is a country that is governed by the people, not by a king or queen or by a dictator. Besides Nauru, many different countries are also democracies. What do they have in common with Nauru? How can they all be democracies? All democratic countries share a set of values, institutions, and ways that people work together. These shared ideas bring freedoms and other benefits to the people who live in democracies. To better understand the idea of democracy, we can compare it to a tree. A tree is a living thing. It can grow strong and it will grow plenty of fruit if it is cared for. Trees may get sick, but they can also recover and need to be looked after. This is the same as democracy. It is a growing thing. It can be strong and yet it also needs care. Just like a tree, democracy needs several things to keep it alive and strong. Both trees and democracy grow best with good roots. There are 4 principles which make up good roots and help democracy to grow strong. People being in control of the government. This means the people are the source of the authority of government. This principle is called the sovereignty of the people. Equality. This means that all the people, the citizens, are equal and they have equal control of the government. Constitutional government. This means that the people can limit government power by having laws in place, including a constitution. Individual freedom. This means everyone has certain basic rights. One of the main aims of democracy is to protect these rights in everyday life. With these principles, democracies are also based on key values which also help to produce the good soil for democracy to grow in. They are tolerance, cooperation, and compromise. With these principles and values in place, democracy has the right environment to take root in a society and flourish. If a young tree grows in good soil and has strong roots, it can grow a strong trunk. As with a tree, a democracy also needs things for it to grow strong. It needs institution that protects the 4 principles. These institutions include free and fair elections, constitutions, parliaments, justice system and the rule of law, civil society, political parties, a free and independent media, the right to information and education for all citizens, and an executive branch of government and public administration. Nauru has all of these institutions except for political parties, but it does have independent candidates. Nauru also has community decision-making. These institutions form the central structure of democracy, supporting it to stand tall, spread out, and bear fruit. They allow democracy to be flexible enough to resist strong winds such as social change and withstand pests and diseases like corruption and abuse of power by decision makers. A strong democracy with institutions that are looked after can bear fruit. The fruits or benefits of democracy include peacefulness and an absence of violence, a level of development where everyone has their basic needs met, prosperity, happiness, and society that is tolerant and inclusive. Democracy is like a fruit tree. We can't take it for granted. It needs to be protected and maintained by all its citizens, or it may wither and die. Our strong democracy that bears the fruits of peacefulness, prosperity, and happiness needs all Nauruan citizens to look after it. You can do that by participating in our Nauruan democracy, by voting and by staying informed and keeping politicians accountable for their actions.